with the ARC of Washington State. We hear from a lot of families looking for support and services after their son and daughters graduate from high schools. A lot of times they're wondering what kind of living arrangements are possible. And really, when it comes down to it, in our state, there's two options. One is the Intermediate Care Facility Program, and that funds our state institutions and some small community group homes. The other is the Medicaid Personal Care Program. As with all services, but particularly with Medicaid Personal Care, it's important to have a good circle of support. And this circle of support could include, of course, yourself, your son and daughter, a representative payee, your employment provider, the DD case manager, and other people involved in your son or daughter's life. With the right oversight, supervision, and circle of support, Medicaid Personal Care can be a good alternative for a lot of individuals.
Medicaid Personal Care within the state of Washington is an entitlement program. So you're not talking about waivers now, you're not talking about a waiting list, you're not talking about something where clients and families have a need, they have an adult son or daughter, they're looking at maybe, emancipating from the family home, whatever, they want to move out into an apartment or into a house with a friend or whatever the case might be. Then they can receive Medicaid Personal Care. Many clients do qualify for some number of hours. And depending on what their functional ability assessment comes out at, they may qualify for 20 hours a month. They may qualify for 150 hours a month. It's all driven by the care assessment. So once that's established, they can really do that in two ways. They can do that in a facility, which is like an adult family home or an assisted living facility, or they can do it through just in their own home through personal care, through an agency personal care provider, like a home care agency provider, or through an individual provider.
I hire individual providers because it offers me the flexibility of choosing who comes into my house. And you could hire pretty much whoever you want. That's also the flexibility. So I've hired people from church, people that I know and trust from other associations, and then I say, okay, I happen to need someone here. Go to this agency, fill out the paperwork, and then you can start working for me.
Screen up.
Yeah. I'm Bryce's mom, and I'm his Medicaid Personal Care parent provider, and I do some cleaning in his house. I take him to some of his doctor's appointments. He's getting more able to do some of it on his own, and I take him shopping.
She helps me out helps me out with like the laundry and stuff, because I don't really do a whole bunch of laundry on my own, and then I don't also cook too. So I get help with baking and cooking as well.
What? Use furniture polish on this.
With Medicaid Personal Care, it's possible to have one or more roommates to help cover the cost, such as rent and utilities. However, if the roommates also receive in-home supports, be sure to find out from your DD case manager how the overall number of hours will be affected. It also gets a little tricky with licensing, depending on how the services are delivered.
One of the questions that comes up a lot to DDD and to residential care services, who in residential care services is the licensing entity for licensed settings like adult family homes or assisted living facilities. But if it's your own home and you're just receiving Medicaid Personal Care, then it does not require a license. However, the rule kicks in once an entity provides care and housing to more than one unrelated adult. That's what the rules are. So they need to be licensed as an adult family home through residential care services.
As our other children went off to college and created their own lives, our children with special needs kept wondering, what about me? So a great group got together to see what our options were for life after high school. And out of that, we became an advocacy organization to advocate for people in our community. And we settled on the adult family home model. We are actually the property manager. We select the care provider. The care provider then contracts with DSHS and Medicaid for the Medicaid Personal Care hours. We want them to do as much as they're physically and mentally able to do. So if they're capable of doing their laundry, okay, they'll do their laundry. But if they need help doing their laundry, then they'd have help doing their laundry. So anything, we just want them to be able to do as much as they're able to do it, and to grow if they, if they can grow a little more, that's fine.
When you're trying to figure out options for your son and daughter, try to create the most typical living situation possible, along with a good circle of support to minimize any risk and ensure the health and safety of your loved one. Because when everyone is included, everyone benefits: the individual, the neighborhood, and the entire community.